You have proven to be a most valiant warrior. I will send some loyal troops through these passageways. Would you perform the boldest part of the plan? Defeat Aji Zakwi and use the frozen forge to create my new blade.
Welcome back, this is the Night Phoenix, and you're watching part 73 of my Wizard 101 playthrough. Alright, so for this part I'll be finishing up the Hall of Champions area in the Krokotopia. So, to do that I need to defeat Aji Zakwi. He's found to the right after exiting the little area that General Kaba is in. So I'll enter that door now, and talk more about him when I get into the fight.
You will not evade me, wizard. Prepare to meet your doom.
Alright, so I'm going to inch my way in, hoping that it starts with me, and luckily it does, so I'm happy about that. So this is Aji Zakwi. He's an interesting boss in that he's a life creature, but also has resistance to ice spells. But because of that, he's also weak against fire and death spells. His minion is a Zakwi Crusher. You have to battle him before you do this. It would have been in part 72, but because of that little problem I had with the computer, it just disappeared, so I plan on redoing it sometime in the future. Probably with my Storm Wizard. Alright, so this battle actually takes me a while to do. What I originally had planned was I would use Meteor Strike, which was a spell I learned in part 72 also. I think it was. I don't remember. But the minion, which knows a Fire Shield, messed up my little plan, so I have to get rid of that shield first. So what I'm going to do is just use I used Ice Prism, and next I'll use Ice Beetle. And finally I would use Meteor Strike, but that doesn't quite work out, and you'll see why. Next round, so first off he's going to use a Death Shield, which is useless against me because I don't know any death spells. And luckily the Zakwi Crusher fizzled, I guess. And this is why I fizzled. That messes up my plan entirely. And what doesn't help is that it takes forever for me to find it. Now, while I'm doing this battle, I have no idea that he's resistant to ice. So I came up with another plan. I'll just weaken him a little bit with Evil Snowman, not knowing he's resistant. So I'm going to get rid of a few of my spells. Like that. I don't need Volcanic Shield. And just use Evil Snowman. The life attribute was what tricked me. I thought because he was life, he would be fine I'd be fine using ice spells. But I guess it sort of is like in Celestia, where some of the crabs are weak against storm, and like the ones that are ice, that are fire types are weak against ice, and they also have a weakness to storm, which is interesting. I could have actually used a Ice Prism, but I didn't think about it. And I have no idea why I'm using Snow Serpent. But it's not like it matters, because I just fizzle anyway. So yeah, I don't finish with a whole lot of health in this fight. It could have gone a whole lot better if I knew that he was resistant to ice, and if I had more Meteor Strike spells in my deck. Because right now I am getting nothing. I also learned Ice Warren, which is a decent spell. I'll be using that a lot in my newer videos. Tower Shield, I'll Tower Shield myself. Now, because just in case they pass, and just in case they pass, I'll just continue with that. The Ice Elf, which disappeared that round, would not bother me at all, and wouldn't get rid of that shield. So I'm hoping that the Sakui Crusher will use possibly Evil Snowman, so that I don't waste my Tower Shield. Or he uses Nature's Wrath, which is even better to use the Tower Shield on, since it's the strongest spell used by either of these two. So that's good. He'll use Evil Snowman, like I had predicted, but it's a little too late for the Tower Shield. 380 health, that's not looking good. Obviously I win because, well, I wouldn't be showing you this unless I won. So I finally get Meteor Strike, and this will kill them. So I'm happy about that. It does a major amount of damage, killing both of them. So yay. Time to use the Frozen Forge for the sword. And now, time to teleport back to General Kaba and finish off this area.
Excellent work, Wizard. You made my plan a success. With you on our side, we are certain not to fail. I must stay and rally our forces. Your help will not be forgotten, Wizard. You have done much to earn the trust of the Order of the Fang. Go tell Shalak the Wise in the entrance hall that I am once again ready to lead our fight.
Alright, time to go talk to Shalak the Wise. Shalak. I can never say his name right. A little bit of traveling. I can heal myself along the way, since I need a lot of health and I have no potions. I just need to be careful not to get into any fights, because that'd be bad. Collect the stone blocks. More health. Health always good. Wish there was more mana wisps. Nah, I'm okay with mana. I only need health. And after talking to Shalak, I'll finally get into the Grand Arena. And I'll be one step closer to finishing the Krokosphinx. Alright, so here's Shalak the Wise.
Excellent. You found the great General Kaba and returned him to the fold. Perhaps the sleep has no ill effect on any of the Order. We may very well defeat the Tuts for good this time. With General Kaba, the Order can plan strategy. But without our fearless warrior, Kai Amate the Great, who are we? I'm concerned that our Mander ally, Akko, has not yet found Kai Amate. Please go to the Grand Arena and help Akko. Kai Amate's ferocity in battle stirs the fight in all of us. He must be found.
Alright, time to head into the Grand Arena. Be careful when first entering. You don't want to just press the forward button, because you might run into some Ice Weavers. And depending on how much health you have, that could be bad, could be good. I don't know. You decide. So Akko's just on the right here. This is actually a good place to find some parchment. So time to talk to Akko.
Are you a warrior, young wizard? Because a warrior is what we need. Kayamate the Great is fighting in the Colosseum, but Manders aren't allowed in. I've got another idea. Disguised as a gladiator, you wouldn't raise any suspicion. If you accept, you should battle Sphinx gladiators to earn the mark of the gladiator. The mark will gain you entry. When you have it, return to me to complete your disguise.
Alright, so you can actually battle any Sakui located here in the Grand Arena. I choose to go after the Sakui Rippers because they're the weakest. There are 3 Sakui found in the Grand Arena. Those are of course, the Sakui Ripper, the Sakui Brawler, which I don't think you ever have to battle them in any quest here. Except for maybe a side quest, but I don't really know. And the Sakui Gougers, which are balance types. So here's the Sakui Ripper. They, of course, like I said, are the weakest Sakui here in the Grand Arena. When I recorded this, they were still ice types. King's Isle has changed their type to Myth, which fits their spells a lot better since most of their spells are Myth. So their strongest being Cyclops. So luckily I find the medallion in my first fight with them. For my other wizards, I've had to battle them at least twice, or at most 5 times. But luckily I managed to get these ones on the first try. So I'm going to hex him after deleting a couple of my spells. And I forget what I use to actually kill him. I either use Locust Swarm, or I decide to use an ice spell knowing that it'll kill it anyway, even if he's resistant to it. I have Fire Elf, don't really want to use that. Get rid of that. I'll just shield myself. The only ice spell he knows, I think, is his own physical attack, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage anyway, so you don't really have to worry. So just in case, I'm also going to use Tower Shield. He uses Troll here, so... oh no, he uses Leprechaun. Nothing else really to say about these guys. These guys should not be any trouble at all. I guess I just decided to finish him off with a Meteor Strike, even though I think it's going a little overboard with it, but oh well. Alright, so after collecting the Mark of the Gladiator, you can go and talk to Akko again.
Perfect. Now with this gear I got you and the Mark of the Gladiator, you'll be able to march into the Colosseum unnoticed. You'll find the Colosseum up ahead. When you enter, be sure to talk to Marakara, the Arena Master. Tell him you want to fight Kayamate the Great. When you succeed, tell Kayamate that the Order of the Fang needs him to rejoin the cause. My plan should work, I hope. Good luck, young wizard, and be careful.
Alright, so this is pretty much the end of part 73. All I have left to do is talk to the Arena Master and collect this parchment. So, I'll see you in part 74 where I begin the trials of the Grand Arena. So, see you then.